Okay. All right. Good morning. Okay. Good morning. It is March 1st. March coming in sort of like a lion last night, anyway, where I live. Massive storm. It sounded like the rain was blowing sideways. I don't know. Okay. So the most significant thing going on right now is coming off of last night's address to Congress by the Trump machine. Looks like the ball is still up in the air and moving higher. So monthly, we were continuing higher here, and you can see the gap clearly on the this baby monthly bar. We've just begun the month 9 hours ago. We've already got a bar about 20% of last month's gain. So interesting. We're gapping up about 14 points right now, so double-digit gap. Let's just quickly run over here. All the overnight trade, 100% long to the upside. We're one-time framing up. This is very bullish. Are getting a little, I don't know if it's quite exhaustion. I mean, overnight trade is usually lower, but coming into the open, the volume's picked up. With a gap this large, though, we might get some digesting of the news. Don't know. So might be the plan is to wait a little bit for it to set up. Let's just do a real quick rundown here. Again, one-time framing up on the monthly, one-time framing up on the weekly. Any bearish indication coming into this week has been removed. The Trump machine is still in effect and grinding higher. Got a jump last night. Let's see here. There's our overnight profile. It might be worthwhile to me to actually put a balance area on here, from here to here. Possible support, of course, from the prior overnight session to this high here at 70.75. So I'm going to color those blue. That's what I use for support. Okay. So those might be some stops along the way. It also looks like we're getting a balance area set up right in here, possibly. See what that does. I'll just leave it gray for now. All right, moving forward. On the daily, of course, these are regular trading hour sessions, and we're trading way up here now. We are above, it looks like. This, it'll be interesting to see. Actually, I can probably do that right now, just a moment. Put on the overnight trade here. Come on. This might take a minute. Continuous contract goes back quite a ways. This might have been a mistake. Let's move over to the profile. What's doing that? Okay, so again, we've broken out of this balance area over here, but I want to talk about something. Something mentioned in the later afternoon. Significant change when we were coming down to the downside. I'd drawn this area on the mic while it was happening, coming down an F period, and I said this is going to be our little catch zone here, kind of a buy zone. Didn't quite get down to the bottom of this value area, but it came in like a tick or two, and boom, back up to the upside. So I took advantage of some of that, thankfully. And then the idea was that we might rotate around this POC within. Okay, this might put them all in the column. Oops, just a moment. Okay, I really just want this profile here. Oh, I think I know what I need to do. Pointer. Okay. I haven't rewatched that video, but I did talk about it rotating, likely instead of continuing down. I mean, we had a nice move to the downside, but the idea was that we were going to rotate in here today or yesterday, and that's what happened. Not easy trading though, honestly. It's this was kind of, yeah. Look at these moves. J period, M. That's crazy. You know, how do you trade this? Well, one tick at a time. That's all I can say. And somebody got great gains out of yesterday or anticipated this move, which I wish I had done. It was just hard for me to turn my head around after the mind-numbing 2.5 hours of 3-point range, 2-point range, or whatever, 3, 2.5, 3, and should have known. And I want to. Yesterday I made a comment about it was struggling like a baby calf because we opened we were in the E period when it was when I was doing the video, and what I meant by that was if you think of a bull compared to a baby calf, there's quite a difference in strength. So we couldn't even match the poor high. And as soon as F opened to the lower, it was all over, flushed. Okay, so let's back over here to the daily candles, our daily bars. All right, so you got to imagine that the close and then the overnight trade up here, we are gapping up. The open's going to be way up here, so we are above this trend line, which is now going to be support. Which puts I'm going to put that area at I'm going to try to call it here. So let's see. 72, 75, 73. Let's make it 73. Actually, let's err on the upside just a little bit. 73, 73 quarter. So let me change my chart back here, and I want to put this on my main profile. 73, 73 quarter. How about that? That's right at the bottom of the catch zone. How about that? Nicely done, round eye. Okay. All right, what's going to happen this morning? I don't know. We're going to come raging back down to the downside. I think what needs to happen for a correction or something is really it's waiting on maybe the bigger players are waiting on a new Pearl Harbor or a new 9/11, and maybe they'll get it, and the market will sell off massively, and then they'll get in on the buy side, and then all of the nationalism and everything that follows, and the war, of course, is good for the economy. Maybe it'll resume the upside for the rest of the Trump machine presidency. We'll see. At any rate, can't worry about that. That's just fun speculation. Just thinking about today, double-digit gap. Go with the gap if it doesn't fill relatively quickly. It will take a lot, I think. It will take a raging move to the downside for us to get value overlapping to yesterday. And if we do make an attempt in the downside and our value, we built quite a bit of value up here, we're going to look for a later day rally. However, the highest odds is that it's going to have to digest here, and maybe we're going to get a new distribution up in here somewhere. I mean, I could see the bulls wanting to make a new high yet this morning. It'd be easy to take out that overnight high in the next 7 minutes, and they're just chomping at the bit to buy. They're buying up here. So we'll see, but just we'll look at it a little later in the morning. But we've got an area in here to fill in. I can just see that. It's very important to me to imagine the structure as it might be developing, and so we've got the overnight foundation to go off of. What's going on in the Asian markets, European markets, very bullish, but there's going to be some profit taking around the European close, most likely, things like that. So I don't know. Will we even close the gap? I kind of think we won't, but we've got these areas to sort of backfill. So maybe we'll get a double distribution to the downside. But right now, for my personal plan is to probably wait. I'm not just going to jump on board. I don't. Again, I rarely trade the initial balance for now. And all right, that's it. I'm kind of just thinking and digesting it now. There's quite a bit of news today, so that's something to go on as far as guidelines of where there might be some movement. We've got let's see, PMI manufacturing index in about 20 minutes. We've got ISM manufacturing index at 10. 15 minutes after that, construction spending at 10. Petroleum status report at 10:30. Then nothing till a bankster speaks at 12:30, and then beige book at 2, along with Gallup job creation index, and then there's another bankster speaking at 6 p.m. All right, so that goes along with letting it set up. The initial balance will the Pioneer range over at 10:30 a.m. That will cover all the major news events except for the beige book. But there could be something after lunch, after the bankster speaks, and somebody picks up something from that. Makes them. Okay, can't cover all the bases. There's just too many, and that's just the idea. Go with the gap if it doesn't fill. But in my case, I'm not going anywhere till it gives me some structure to really work with. All right. Have a great day. Thank you very much. Bye.